Barak, Shalom, everyone. It's Out the Box Kingdom. Talk with me, Out the Box Kingdom. I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful yum. I was just getting myself ready for today. And this message is for my sisters in Zion, okay? You know, the other day I was talking about Yah healing his daughters within, but also embracing our natural hair, right? And it seems like the only time that we feel that the only time sometimes we want to embrace our hair is if it's past our shoulders or down here, right? Now, the Most High is amazing of how he was just talking to me about what it really, really means of a natural hair journey, right? Just like we are, he said, just like you on a journey right now. It takes time, right? We know that the Most High has spoken to us in our own personal times of what he has called us to be. He's speaking those things because he knows what the outcome is going to be. Are we those things right now? No, because once we get to them things that he said we are, we're close to the end, the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach, right? But you have some people that they're ready to get to the end versus paying attention to their progress, right? So for instance, how you know someone is reading the word, they're not staying the same. They're always changing, right? Now I get it. They say, okay, women, our hormones and everything is the contributors, and what we eat plays a part in our natural hair. And that's true. You know, if you're eating processed foods, then yeah. If you're allowing stress in, then yes, it can cause a strain on your hair. And then they said, well, it's genetics. Well, if we think about it back in the day, even back in biblical times, I'm quite sure their hair was way, way down here somewhere. But they wasn't using all these chemically synthetic processed things in their hair. Neither. They was making a lot of homemade hair care products. They used what they had. Unfortunately, back then, they had castor oil, and we hate to say it, they only had lard. But hey, they made it work. Did they have shampoo? They probably had to make their shampoo out of what we know today as Castile soap or lye soap. But hey, it still worked for them because they knew how to naturally moisturize their hair. You know what I'm saying? They knew how to naturally moisturize their hair with herbal teas and infused herbal oils. You know what I'm saying? The simple things. It's the simple things. If Madam C.J. Walker, Annie Malone built the foundation of hair grease. She did the chemistry and things like that. Then she taught Madam C.J. Walker. Madam C.J. Walker took the same recipe, but she tweaked it in her liking. She took some things out. She tweaked it to what will work for her hair. And she went out and marketed, of course, and she became a multimillionaire, but it helped people's hair to grow. You see what I'm saying? But a natural hair journey is what it's called. It's a journey. You can watch all the YouTube videos and get overwhelmed. But your hair journey, just like our walk, is going to be different from that other person's hair over there. Some people we have to realize on YouTube, YT, they've been growing their hair since they was a little girl. And if their parents knew about the herbs and stuff like that, then of course their hair going to be way down their back. You know? But that's why the Most High said, do not compare yourself to someone else. Because then it's like, well, why my hair is not doing the same thing? Because your hair journey is different from theirs. The best person or the best teacher you could ever have is the Ruach HaKodesh. Use that oil. Use that herb. Try those oils together. Make this type of butter. You know what I'm saying? But the common sense is there too. If your body loves live foods, then what makes you think your hair doesn't love live things? The herbs, the oils, you know what I'm saying, that hasn't been ultrally processed. You got aloe vera, slippery elm, licorice. You got abunu now, marshmallow root. All those things creates great slippage for your hair. Aloe vera juice, a great moisturizer for your hair. Spray moisturizer every day. There's natural preservatives you can use if you want to preserve it a little bit longer. But these are live things that your hair will recognize, and it will thank you for it because it has the proteins, it has the vitamins and the minerals in it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to formulate shampoo, this one young lady took a glycerin base melt and pour, and she took her flaxseed fenugreek, blended it up with some aloe vera juice, blended it up with that melt and pour soap, and guess what? It made natural soap. She had more natural stuff in there than anything, but it was a nice creamy consistency, and she used that as shampoo. You got to do the research, but you have to enjoy your journey. Your hair may not like shea butter, but it may do well with mango butter, cocoa, a copper apple butter. It's all about experimentation. Instead of you becoming a product junkie and buying all these so-called products out here on the shelves that's just been killing our hair. But your natural hair journey is like your journey with the Most High. And when it's His Ruach HaKodesh that's leading you, the Most High is going to tell you what works for your hair. Don't get discouraged. You may have a moment where you might get lazy and you got to clip your ends off, but the hair will grow back. You're talking to someone that cut about that much. I cut a lot of my hair off, but it was dead. But I watched it grow within 6 months, and I was like, well, what was it? Because some things I had made myself, along with the over-the-counter stuff. But I was out there and Vancouver, Washington, so they have more natural hair products. But it was the moisture and deep conditioning, which you can do that very easy with coconut cream, with avocado, and probably flaxseed oil, and let it sit on your hair. Strain it and then let it sit on your hair with a little bit of shea butter, and let it sit on your hair as a deep conditioner, then rinse it out. Simple as that. You could put a little preservative in there, like GeoGuard, and GeoGuard is a natural one. Optifin is a natural one, and SS lucidal are natural preservatives because they come off of plants, but they don't have formaldehyde or anything like that in it. But what I'm saying is you can use those, and you only need like 0.1% drops in there. It's not much. But that would, instead of you having to keep it in the refrigerator, and put those drops in there, and it'll last you about 2 or 3 months, depending on who you are. But your natural journey is something, natural hair journey is between you and the Most High, and you sharing your testimonies with other people. Your hair can grow, but you got to love your hair. You got to embrace your hair, not rip it. Don't try to do your hair when you're in a rush or anything. But our hair don't require a lot of what we've been taught. Ripping it, tearing it down, versus loving it and leaving it alone. Right now, and it was a hard time for me sleeping last night, I got these hard rolls in my hair. I should have known better. I'm going to have to get me some, what they say, sponge rollers. But even then, that's a protective. That's a hairstyle. Because why? They're really tight, curls, and they'll eventually drop. All I have to do is spray moisturizer on my hair, oil it, and keep it moving for a couple of days. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Embrace your natural hair. Be patient with your hair, just like you're patient with your journey with the Most High Yahuah. He knows what's best for your hair, and He's going to lead you and guide you. And before you know it, when you ain't even paying attention, your hair going to be way down here. All right, so y'all be Barak. Shalom. So part 2 of what I was saying in the last video about your natural hair journey. It is definitely between you and the Most High, but it's nothing wrong with getting inspiration from other people. That's how you gain some form of knowledge and things like that. But however, it's all about finding out what works for your hair, because what may work for someone else's hair may not work for yours. However, you can start somewhere. All right, so I'm going to share a couple of things that you can start with, and it doesn't really cost that much. Very pocket friendly or budget friendly to start your journey. So for instance, I was talking about, the herbs or whatever. There is the herbal or the aphrodisiac herb set that you can find on Amazon. It's the hair care set, and you can easily put that in olive oil if that's the only thing you have right now, or coconut oil. And there's sweet almond oil, there's avocado oil you can use. There's jojoba, depending on what you get. There's the clear version, and then there's the golden one. And sometimes you got to start off with the small bottles, but you can infuse that. You can do a double boiler method on your stove and brew it for maybe like probably about 20 minutes, and then let it seep a couple of days in a nice cool spot. And then if you want to make you some hair grease, you take that same oil with a little bit of beeswax or candelilla wax. Candelilla wax will make it a little bit harder, but if you can't get candelilla wax, start off with beeswax and it'll make it a little bit softer, but that's still a light form of hair grease that you can make. Then you have your hair butters, right? Your hair butter, like I said, the base can easily be shea butter, mango butter, kapu kapu, lilibi, tokum, whatever is in your budget right now. I think right now shea butter and mango butter is like the cheapest. It's hard to find cocoa butter, but you can always do kokum, and that's going to give it a little bit firm of a structure. Melt that, put your oil in there, and put it in the freezer. Then get your blender, not blender, but your whisker or whatever, and your hand mixer. There it is. And blend it up into a cream consistency. And there you have. If you don't want it to just be a butter, but more almost like where it has water incorporated, then you need an emulsifier in there. And this is where you have your emulsifying wax, right? You have to melt that, and then you add your water, which is like, you can do, instead of water, you can do rose water, you can do aloe vera juice. Once again, once you blend that, put it in the freezer. Don't let it over freeze, but just enough. Hand mix it until it's a creamy consistency, and there you got a nice creamy hair butter with water or some aloe vera in there. And don't forget your vitamin E oil. Put your essential oil in there. You got a hair butter, just that quick. Then I was talking about a hair mister, like a daily hair mister. You can do that by boiling you some hibiscus with rosemary in there. And you can put a little preservative in there if you, like I said in the last one, which is GeoGuard, Optifilm, or SF lucidal. Those don't have formaldehyde and some other mess in there, just plant derived. And you can easily make you put those like a little, like couple of, maybe 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5 drops in there. Shake it up very well with your essential oil of choice, and there you got a hair mister, a daily hair conditioner. And put a little bit, if you want to, vegetable glycerin. That's going to that's going to attract moisture. So you can do that as an aloe vera juice soda or rosemary water also in there. And there you go. You got a natural hair mister. Then when it comes to your gels, like I said, you can do aloe vera gel, which is just straight from the plant. Blend it up very well, strain it, add your a little bit of castor oil, vegetable glycerin. and maybe flaxseed or something in there, and mix it up very well, and maybe put your little natural preservative in there if you want to, or not, because you have to put it in the refrigerator if you don't. And that's your natural hair gel. If you don't want to do it that way, you can always get you some clear, it's called clear xanthan gum, not the regular xanthan gum, but clear xanthan gum. You only need a little bit. Mix it a little bit with vegetable glycerin until it's like a slurry. And another second, like in a beaker, that's where you're going to have your water base. And that's where you have, like I said, either aloe vera juice, your rosemary, or your hibiscus. Then you have a little hand whisker. And as you're pressing that down and it's mixing it, then you slowly add the slurry into the water, and it's going to start thickening up very quickly. Now you have your own natural gel. Make sure it's xanthan gum clear. And then that's when you can add your flaxseed or your castor oil. And there you got natural hair gel. Actually, that's what I kind of used in my hair, in my curls last night. So I don't know how to make a setting lotion, but like I said, you have your deep conditioner, coconut milk, avocado, real avocado, blend it all together, strain it. Then you get your shea butter, mix that in there. You can add, if you want to turn it into like a deep conditioner, there is the BTMS 50 if you want. And then if you don't want to add that in there, just leave it as it is with the shea butter. Put it on your hair, sit up under a dryer or a steamer if you can for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, rinse it out, and there you go. Deep conditioning mask. You already got your hair butter. You already got your gel. Let's talk about detangler. If you can't get a bunu right now, then you got slippery elm, marshmallow root, and licorice root. And you can do aloe vera gel if you want to, or flaxseed gel. Mix those all together, right? And put that in a nice little squirt bottle. After you have strained it and everything, and guess what? You put that on your hair and put a little bit of vegetable glycerin or castor oil in there, and guess what? It's going to give you slippage, and you're going to have what? A natural detangler. All right, final shampoo. Now we know people like to use Black African soap or whatever, but you do have Castile soap, because that's more of a oil-based type of soap. But then, like I said, the young lady that did the melting pour. But if you don't want to go that route, you got soap nut. And you can mix that with a bunu with a little bit. And just remember, it's not going to sud as much as a shampoo that you're accustomed to, but it will sud up. So you can do soap nuts, you can do a bunu, because they have natural saponins in it. Or if you want to go into the natural hair formulation, but it's derived off of coconut, you have cocoa betaine, you have cocoa glycol, and all that other stuff that you can look up. And after you did your oils, your waters and stuff, then you add that later on, and that'll help with the sudding that you need. But it's derived off of coconuts. But if you have a nut allergy, then you just got to do more of your research. So there's ways of making your own natural skincare or hair care products that your hair will love, and it will thicken up. And if you're looking for something that got sulfur in there, it's going to stink, but onion oil and garlic oil. And that will help with dandruff and all that other stuff. But it'll make your hair grow as well. And castor oil is going to be your best friend. You don't have to use a lot of it. But it's known to thicken. And it does help if you got herbs to help get deeply penetrated into your roots. So on that note, be encouraged. The resources is out there. And if you want to know, the school that I went to is called the Natural Skincare Formulation School, and it's actually based in Europe, but you can apply online and you can make payments on it, and it's pretty reasonable. if you just want to do that. So y'all be Barak as always. So to wrap this whole thing up, what I just wanted to encourage my sisters today is know that your hair, first of all, you're fearfully and wonderfully made, but your hair is also fearfully and wonderfully made. And it responds in how you treat it. Either you're going to put life into it, or you're going to destroy it by putting things in it that brings death to it. How you treat it. Are you ripping it? Or are you putting glue and stuff in there and then you're ripping it? Are you neglecting it? Your hair is a representation of you as well. And I get it. We're all just learning these things, right? Because we know how we've been, unfortunately, conditioned and influenced to believe certain lies. But it's nothing wrong if you have to do the big chop today and start over. Because the Most High will give you the instructions of what to use in your hair and what will work for you. And next thing you know, within 6 months to a year, it's going to be like you never lost, like you never cut your hair off. It's nothing wrong with a reset. But however, just like we've been taught, like makeup, oh, you got to have makeup to be beautiful. You don't have to have makeup to be beautiful. I've said it time and time again. Healing comes from within. And if you're spending time with the Most High Yahuah, his Ruach is going to shine through your skin and your pores or whatever, through your face. And people going to be like, what are you using? Along with you drinking water and eating your fruits and vegetables. But you get what I'm saying? It's a spiritual thing. If you're spiritually alive, then the light is going to shine through you. But if you spiritually dead, your face, you are going to look dull. Because there's no life in you. Right? And so when you get the information now, like I said, the skincare school of skincare formulation .com, which is the information I gave. That's the formulation school I went through, and it's like I said in Europe, but you can do it online. It's very reasonable, but it's a lot of information, but it's worth it because they're teaching you that you just can't just formulate skincare products and think it's going to work. You got to know the foundation, just like Annie Malone knew the foundation, the chemistry. She taught Madam C.J. Walker, and then Madam C.J. Walker went on her own experimentation. But however, there's nothing wrong with your hair. And even if you're going gray, that's just your hair full of wisdom. Don't be ashamed of your gray. Don't feel like you have to dye it. I used to dye my hair. I used to have to use like 6 boxes of, I think it was called Beijing. And I wanted my hair to be like jet black. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the Most High began to deal with me even about hair dye. It was damaging my hair versus helping it. And it didn't matter. Because as my hair grew back, guess what? My hair color was coming through. So even, today, if I wake up tomorrow, my hair is fully gray, or should I say white, I'm not going to be ashamed of it. Matter of fact, it's going to remind me of Storm of X-Men. But anyway, but we know them superheroes are, pagan deities. But you get what I'm saying? Her hair was all white. It's just saying you're full of wisdom. So learn to love your hair. Take tedious care. Pick a day when you have a day to do a wash day. And do your hair. You know what I'm saying? If you can't afford to go to someone that clip your ends or whatever, what I used to do is just twist my hair. And at the ends of them, I didn't clip that much off, but I just look at the ends. If it looked uneven, and I would just clip it off, and my hair still grew. Because it may come to a time like that where it's going to be a shutdown and you can't go and get your ends clipped, and you got to find some type of way. And don't use the same scissors you're using to cut paper. Get you some shears that's for your hair and your hair only. But these are just, it's a journey. And whether you are a teeny weeny afro, midway, don't be like, well, I can't do that hairstyle yet. Find a hairstyle that works for you. If ain't nothing but it's just slick back up in a bun for a while until it gets some length. And you don't want to keep it in an updo for a while because, edges and stuff. But find those hairstyles that will work for the current season that you're in. You remember I've said it time and time again, you got to respect the season, the time and season that you're in. So whatever time and season that your hair is in, as far as its growth, you find those styles that work for you. And then when you notice that you're at a certain length that you want, then you go into the style that you was wanting to do the previous season, but now you can do. You know what I'm saying? And you embrace it. Whether it's updos, flat twists, twist outs, braid outs, bantu knots. It's out there. And if you still not comfortable yet, make sure you moisturize it really well. But you can always put a little a satin hair scarf on and then put you a hair wrap on and just have it protected for a while. You can always do that too. But it's pretty much like the Most High is just teaching us to go back to the ways of old. Your grandma and them, remember, they was pressing their hair with irons on the iron board until they came out with the straightening comb. And even then, that was torturous. They had lard or bacon grease or castor oil as hair oil. Okay. Now, I ain't talking about you going to use lard. There's beef tallow now, but even then, no. But that's what they had. And far as their hair, maybe cornrows and maybe 2 braids, 2 cornrows. And guess what? Pinned it up in a hair bun, had a scarf on, and went on about their business. And guess where their hair was at when it was time to take it down? All the way down their back. They wasn't doing nothing compared to what we're doing right now. Too tight of a hairstyle and you're ripping your hair follicles out. And I understand there's the curses where, daughters of Zion, because we rebel against Yah. And this is where we see alopecia. But alopecia can also come from, like I said, internal. But also the manipulation, the hair glue and all this other stuff is just killing your hair follicles. Like you burning your scalp. The perms. Yeah. A perm was created by a Hebrew brother by accident. He was mixing up chemicals and messed around and wiped the chemical on his cat's hair. And he saw that it straightened it. And that's how perms came. And he created this, or this came in effect after Madam C.J. Walker had died. It came right after Madam C.J. Walker did her hair care line that helped black women's hair to grow. And here this brother accidentally creating something. And they like, we're going to use that. And instead of it helping, guess what it did? Killed our hair. Because it's nothing but lye. The same lye that is used for lye soap to make soap products. So that should tell you something. What came to be a mistake, not necessarily a solution, man came and endorsed it. Oh, this is a way to straighten your hair, but it was chemically burning your scalp and your hair. Dried it out, just like bleaching your hair, dyeing your hair. So take care and love your hair. And believe it or not, when you start putting these herbs, infusion oils in your hair actually will start turning dark on its own. Because it's getting the nutrients it needs. So learn to love your hair and respect your hair journey wherever you are. Love where your hair is and enjoy the progression. You're getting information now that a lot of us didn't even have. But now you have it, so take it and run with it. Pull out to the Most High to order your steps and how to take care of your hair, and He will instruct you. and watch you see your hair be the length in no time. Not overnight, but over time.